Hi people, it's Katie Rose from InCampaign, and today is day 27, 28, and 29 of 30 Days of Learning. Now, I learned about Australian football for these 3 days because I came across a game, the grand final last week, and it was really amazing to see this game having no clue what the rules were or having never even heard of it before. And let me tell you, if you see it without knowing what's going on, it just looks like the craziest spectacle of a sport you'll ever see. And so I decided to learn the rules. And luckily for me, not for really anybody else, they're having a grand final replay, which is the last one ended in a tie, so they're doing another one, basically, this weekend. So yeah, I'm excited to apply what I've learned when watching the next game, and hopefully you guys will look it up and do the same. So for day 27, I learned the rules of Australian rules football, and it's very different than any of the sports that I'm used to. Like, none of the players have actual positions, they just sort of do whatever needs to be done, which is pretty amazing. I mean, that's a great way to play a game, but it was also really confusing not knowing what was going on and seeing all these guys seeming to have no pattern to where they were going. The football field is oval, and so is the ball. It's not pointy on the ends like an American football. It's just an ellipsoid ball that is either red if it's a day game or yellow if it's a night game, which I think is pretty cool too. Let's see. Hand passing is awesome. The way hand passing goes is a player has the ball in his open palm and punches it to another player, and it just shoots across the field to another guy. You have to see it, it's awesome. There's also a blood rule, which is if you're bleeding, no matter how minor or severe it is, you have to leave the field until you stop and you've been treated. It's a pretty intense sport if you have to factor in bleeding. The uniforms are a tank top jersey, which is called a guernsey, and little short shorts. Really little, and like athletic shorts underneath that look like Spanx. One of the coolest parts of the game is called high marks, and it is basically a player launching himself off an opponent's back to try to kick the ball. It's awesome. It's really, really awesome. And the final random Australian rules football rule I will share with you is that the players and the spectators don't know how much time is left on the clock when they're playing. Only the coaches and the people watching at home know. Now, if you watch them play, you'll see that they play like every second is the last one in the entire game, and it's really, really, really cool. Now for day 28, I learned a little bit of trivia about Australian rules football. I have to read this part to you guys. The biggest attendance at the grand final was 121,696 in 1970 for the match between Carlton and Collingwood. Now to give you some perspective on that, the largest ever Super Bowl attendance was 103,985 in 1980 in a game between the Rams and the Steelers. Now the US population at that time was 227,225,000. So yeah, the Australians are way more dedicated to their football than we are. Now for day 29, I learned all the teams in the Australian Football League. The Adelaide Crows, the Brisbane Lions, the Carlton Blues, the Collingwood Magpies, the Essendon Bombers, the Fremantle Dockers, the Geelong Cats, the Hawthorn Hawks, the Melbourne Demons, and the North Melbourne Kangaroos, the Port Adelaide Power, the Richmond Tigers, the St Kilda Saints, the Sydney Swans, the West Coast Eagles, and the Western Bulldogs. So that's what I learned. If you guys have done the 30 Days of Learning, let us know here on YouTube or on Facebook, on Twitter or Tumblr, and tell us what you've learned, and subscribe for more of these videos. Stay in, guys.